Just about 4 months ago, I reviewed the limited edition Boulder Odyssey Reef Green watch. Now I bring you another dive watch from the Boulder Supply Company. This is the similar but different Boulder Odyssey Bronze in Prussian blue. Here on this episode of Adventures with Time. Boulder, I think, is fairly well known among the watch community. They make fairly robust watches, especially field and dive watches. Boulder has several collections under the Odyssey name. The Odyssey Reef Green, which I previously reviewed, was a member of the Odyssey 45 collection. I'll leave a link to that review at the end of this video. Today's bronze watch is part of, you guessed it, the Odyssey 45 Bronze Lumicast collection. The term Lumicast refers to the high-precision, glow-in-the-dark 3D pieces used for the hour indices and hands. More on that later. As much as the Odyssey 45 Reef Green is a dive watch, this Odyssey Bronze gives a greater impression as a dive watch due to the bronze case and the high-relief bezel. Let's run through the specs quickly, and I'll tell you where it differs from the Reef Green. Like the Reef Green, this watch is priced at $645 US, but is limited to just 100 pieces. The Reef Green was a limited edition of 200 pieces. The 45.5mm case is made from CU-SN8 bronze, which is widely regarded as a superior composition containing a higher percentage of copper in the mix. This watch has a thickness of 14.5 millimeters, 1.7 millimeters thinner than the Reef Green, but the same 52 millimeter lug to lug and 22 millimeter lug width. Even on this rubber strap, this watch weighs in at 187 grams. You can definitely feel it on your wrist. The other major difference in the specifications is the movement. This Odyssey Bronze contains the Seiko NH35, while the Reef Green had the Miyota 9015. You can see a comparison of these two movements at calibercorner.com. Although the Miyota is priced at twice the price, they have very similar specs, with the major difference being that the Miyota has a higher 4 Hz beat rate. As for design and aesthetics, I would classify this as a knock-around dive watch. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look at its design. Keep in mind that this watch is a loaner to the channel and has gone through several watch enthusiasts. Hence, the bronze case has started to acquire some patina, so its appearance is somewhat subdued, I think. Now, I'm not a great fan of bronze or even patinaed watches, so you'll have to take that into account as part of my review. No bright colors or even color contrast, and the only reflections of light one sees are from the sapphire crystal. Really only 3 colors that one sees when looking at this watch head: the patinaed watch case, the Prussian blue dial, and the dark cream of the hour indices, hands, and dial printing. Oh, and that watch pip is the same cream color as is the printing on the date window. This dial is called Prussian blue, which is a darker, almost grayish blue to my eyes. It has a matte finish surface with those applied rectangular and circular Lumicast indices to give a little dimension to the dial. It has the divided obelisk hour and minute hands and a thin second hand with a rectangle towards the edge. Like the Odyssey 45 Reef Green, the case of this watch is very angular, giving it a beefy tool appearance. This is enhanced by the raised track on the bronze bezel. Although these two Odyssey watches have very similar dimensions and case designs, to me they have much different aesthetics. I could see you wearing the Reef Green in many non-sports environments, while this bronze watch comes off as a purposeful dive watch. Okay, full disclosure, I'm not a diver and have no idea what divers need in a dive watch. But this watch has the attributes of what I imagine a true dive watch would have. A rugged case with a helium escape valve, large screw-down crown, a dive bezel with stiff and exacting movements, clear readable dial in low light legibility. I'll show you what it looks like now in those low light conditions. Essentially, there's no styling to enhance its elegance or make this watch more suitable for non-sports environments. Do you think that is an accurate assessment of this watch as exclusively a dive watch, or do you think it could be worn in other scenarios? I will admit, I do like dive watches. They are probably my favorite type of watch, but I'm not a fan of bronze watches. To me, they end up looking fairly flat, and I like them even less once they have some patina. That's purely my opinion, so don't base anything on that. As with the Reef Green, I found this watch to be somewhat heavy and bulky on my wrist. I'm not sure I would enjoy wearing it that much. What do you think? Here is a link to my hands-on review of the Odyssey 45 Reef Green, and a link to my review of the Ergon Maelstrom, which is another bronze watch which I ultimately flipped since I found it somewhat boring in appearance. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.